Oh, OmegaCon. That is, I give me a moment and I will
I'm
look that up.
He's going to look it up, and Bat Mike says he's been good. Joined a lightsaber training group. Woohoo! Hopefully, he'll be on a pro at
Yes,
some point. He says that would be completely awesome.
May
I have
25th.
May 25th. Okay,
The
I've
weekend
been.
is a 3-day event.
It's
Sorry.
Memorial Day weekend, I think.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
May 5.
I've had a long week. Mezzo here has made a big shift in something. So in a year and a half to 2 years, I do plan to have surgery, and it'll be quite a while, like 1.5 to 2 years. I have to do some other stuff first, like lose 75 pounds for it. And such, but it'll be, so that's why it'll be a while. But no worries, Bat Mike. Oh, we'll have to use the dark saber. Ooh, when he tries to be Flo of the show. And Se Wong says sadly he will be at another event that weekend. I will. I'm not sure what I'm doing that weekend per se, like specifically. Where is OmegaCon?
That I can't. I mean, I think it's in the Turlock area. I don't remember exactly. The big thing about OmegaCon is it's 3 separate cons coming together to make one
That's OmegaCon.
OmegaCon.
Yeah. So if it's not, Turlock is like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that.
You know what? Hold on. Give me a quick second. I can maybe look it up. Convention Center.
I think the reason I know why is because something I bought myself was in Turlock, and I was like, "Oh, it's 116 miles away. That's like 2.5, almost 2.5 hours." And I'm so, can I just go pick up what I ordered? Let me show you what I ordered.
Oh, okay. So OmegaCon is in Fresno.
I ordered this. It's in Fresno. That's 4 hours away.
Oh wow.
This is a new camera lens.
Oh.
And it goes quite long.
Oh.
This one does not. That Mike. This one does not. Wait, Swisted. This does not need Viagra.
Swisted is a photographer himself. He might.
Yeah. So
really enjoy that.
Yeah, this is it's a Sigma lens, 100 to 400 range. It's my first lens that I purchased that did not come like with my camera. So,
all right. So Fanime will be the same weekend of Memorial Day weekend, apparently.
Okay. I just asked you a question as well.
So said, what am I missing? You said Vallejo. Yeah, I did mean Vacaville Mall. I'm sorry, Vallejo doesn't have a mall. Vacaville outlet malls.
It is Vacaville outlet. Yes, it was the Vacaville outlet malls and the Funked Up Collectibles, all funked up shop.
All funked up.
All funked up. And then Jedi Council America says Lucas will have a screening of The Phantom Menace at Lucas headquarters in San Francisco on May 3rd. That's cool.
I want to go. I don't get to never do cool stuff like that.
And if Swisted, if you didn't catch it, Swisted, it's a Sigma lens. It is a 100 to 400 telephoto zoom. And I tried it out for a couple days this last week, taking it to my son's soccer games to kind of get some cool action shots and stuff. So, and hi, Raph, how are you?
What's up, Raph?
There's something we haven't done yet. What is that? You know what's first on the nerdy news is the Webby Award winners. And so Star Wars won 3 awards.
Wow.
Yes, I'm very, very excited about that. Let me double check what awards were won. So Star Wars Recipes won the Webby Award and brought home the Webby People's Voice Award for social food and drink category. So if you don't know what the Webby Awards are, they're like the internet awards. And then we also Star Wars also won the People's Voice Award in the video events and live streams category, and was an honoree in the social television and film category. And the Star Wars Ahsoka Snaplens was named as an honoree in the social best use of filters/lenses category. So it's like all the different categories are something that you're definitely not used to, because many, many people are used to like best picture, that kind of thing, when you hear about that. And then the next thing on our nerdy news is Mother's Day is coming up, y'all. Mom and Metso can have some gifts. Come on. So on Star Wars Mother's Day gift guide, there is a gift guide. You can see the pictures that you see on here are some of the items they suggest. There's also like the top left, if you can't really see, it's a C-3PO makeup kit, like gold.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that was that was pretty neat. It's by ColourPop, which is actually a pretty popular makeup brand. There's sunglasses. There's a shirt that says Rebel Mom, and the O is the Rebel symbol. and stuff. So there's some pretty cool stuff on it. So make sure to check that out for either your mother who loves Star Wars or your lady friend that's the mom of your kids possibly. So that is your nerdy news for today. If you are watching the uploader, you guys want to check out the articles on those. They are linked in the description below. I'm also going to put them in the chat in a second so you can check those out in your time.
And we are coming up on the anniversary of Phantom Menace too, so expect to see a lot of Phantom Menace merchandise floating around out there.
We talked a little bit about it yesterday on Saturday Morning Nerd Out, and something that I think we're going to have fun with for content is my youngest. This is going to shock everybody probably, but my youngest, Hussein, has not seen a single Star Wars movie. Yeah,
wow, any of them,
and I don't think he even knows about the twist that happens in the originals, and so I think I'm gonna do like a thing where I record his reaction to thing and then upload it as a as a fun video. Yes, I know. Say Wong gasp. I know it's blasphemy basically in the Star Wars world to not show your kids that. But here's the thing about my kids: they are not movie kids. Like, and despite my husband and I like being huge fans of movies and going to movies like once a month at the very least, they are not movie kids. But I'm hoping like I'll be, he's been enjoying Back to the Future. Maybe we can get him to like Star Wars. And so like, introducing him to some things. Any hoozle. Next, guys, we have James Kaiser is our producer for Flow of the Show. I love your cat so much. For Flow of the Show, he brings us a flow every week, whether it be fire dancing, gloving, saber spinning. And this week, our flow was actually a guest on our show named Saber Sonic.
Yes.
You can actually find the link to this video in the description below, and you can actually find his page through that. So please enjoy this flow from Saber Sonic.
Woo.
That is
good.
Your flow. Yeah, that boy good.
Saber
Sonic, he was actually the guy in the show that like after the show ended, I think I stuck around for another 45 minutes chatting with him because we just were like having a great time chatting. Yes.
And especially if you go back, watch his episode and you realize he's only been spinning like a year and a half. He's a relatively new person to the game. It is amazing how many people. I particularly remember on that show how many people were in the comments section that had like, oh, he was a great instructor.
Oh,
and like,
yeah, definitely.
Had never even met him. They're like on the other side of the world. And like, oh, he taught me how to do this spin.
They were like talking about big advocate wise in the sense that like people who were disabled were able to do like the spins that he was teaching and stuff, which I found really cool because I myself have a disability. And so like, I thought that was really cool. And it made me think, maybe I should go watch some stuff and like learn how to spin from his stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. So thank you, James Kaiser, for producing and sending us that flow of the show. You can check him out in the description below. I will also go ahead and post it in the chat for you guys to check out. It will take you to the group that he posted. So if you want, you can like just join that group and then see some really cool Saber artists as well. All right. So, sir, it's time for our guest. You want to introduce?
I am very excited about our guest tonight. We were talking about earlier, Mez and I were saying that, of course, May 4th falls on Saturday this year. And, because we do our show on Sundays, we wanted to bookend both the beginning of our May 4th week and the end of our May 4th week with some of our favorite Star Wars friends that we've talked to in the past. We are very lucky to bring this gentleman back. For those of you who may be, let's say, of a certain age, you may recall when it was on TV, but now we have Disney Plus. So even if you aren't of a certain age, you can still check these wonderful movies out. There were separate from the movies, there were a couple of Ewok movies. At the time, they came on independently on television, so they weren't ones that you went out to the big screen to see. But the gentleman coming on tonight was the star of these movies. He was the first Mace. You thought Samuel L. Jackson was the first Mace?